Assalamualaikum. So in this video I will explain about the needs and the satisfaction for the topics that I have choose before. Okay. The usage of our mother tongue language and English as lingua franca is not enough for you. You might need to learn new language starting from right now. Why? Here I give some justification. First is it will be easy for you to interact with lecturer, society, and your friends. Imagine when you be in the public and you meet some tourists from France, for example. They will ask you some question. For example, where is the nearest stadium or where is the toilet? And you don't know what they are speaking. And if you have to learn in the third language, for example you learn in France, you will know how to answer the question. The second point is language will change your point of view to the culture. For example, you might have some Arabic native speakers friends, and you when you learn about Arabic, you will find it weird for you to them as them labeling things as male and female. For example, they label school or madrasa in Arabic as female, and they label book or kitab in Arabic as male. Another example is when the Japanese native speaker assume or consider Malay language as cute, for example, because of the wide usage of nya in the word, for example, padanya. And for Japanese, the using of nya is to call a name, to call a cat. And another evidence is when another evidence is there are one language in North Queensland in Australia which named as Gugu Yitimir that use 32 points of compass. For example, north, west, east, south. For example, when we ask to them, where is your house? And they will say, my house at the north of the sea. Is it interesting? My third point is you tend to be multitasking. By being bilingual or multilingual, you tend to rapidly change your mind. For example, now you're talking in Malay, and then you change your mind and speak in English. And suddenly, when you meet your Chinese friend and you rapidly change your language to Mandarin, isn't isn't make isn't that make you the multitasker? And finally, why we should learn new language? Because it is fun to learn new things. For example, looking to Arabic word. For example, kataba means he write, yaktubu means he wrote, and uktub means please wrote. You see that the consonant of the word will be in the middle, like the pillar. And they use several words that come from a different root word. For example, school in Arabic, they have several words. For example, madrasah and maktab. Madrasah come from the word darasa, which means learn, and maktab come from kataba, means wrote. Another example is the way English and Mandarin arrange their word for making a sentence is different. In English, we say that I go to, I went. For example, in English, we say I went to the bookstore. For example, in English we say I bought this book in that bookstore, while in Mandarin they will say I went to the bookstore to buy this book. At in Mandarin they will put the place first before the activity. Okay, so we have listened to the justification about why we should learn the new language, and how and now how we can explore this language. Okay, there are two ways to learn in the third language. First is formally, and second is informally. Formally, we can have this third language education from the school. For example, um, when you be in SKJC, you will learn Malay, English, and Chinese. And when you in SKJT, you will learn in Malay, English, and Tamil. Okay, for we as the university students, they have a lot of third language option. For example, we have France, we have Spanish, we have Germany, we have Japan, we have Korea language to be learned in university. Okay, for informally, okay, we can see there are many YouTube video in the YouTube that teaches how to speak in another language. For example, um, we can learn Korea from watching the Korea video that that teaches how to speak Korea. And another example that I can give is we can also learn the third language by using Duolingo. That's all from me. Thank you.